The first order of business was to inspect the battlefield. The Shen family manor was vast, but its wealth was like a coat worn thin. It looked grand from a distance, but the threadbare patches were obvious up close. My private workroom was a cluttered secondary storage space near the main residence, filled with half-finished, overly complicated designs that the previous Shen Yu had commissioned and then abandoned. I found a basic sewing kit, a wooden block holding thick, rusty needles and threads of dubious quality. My hands, these traitorously soft hands that had only ever held an iPad, a coffee cup, or a fine calligraphy brush in the past 6 years, were useless. I grabbed a piece of scrap leather, one of the original Shen Yu's Gaudy leftovers, and tried to push a needle through it for practice. Pinch. Ouch. The needle slipped, leaving a half-moon-shaped abrasion on my thumb. Unacceptable, I muttered, sucking on the microscopic wound. Ying, the protagonist of the original novel, struggled with stamina during a jog. I was struggling with the prerequisite for my own damn profession. I tied a scrap of cotton tightly around the sore thumb. I had a modern mind and 2 working hands. I would treat this like any intensive skill-building exercise. I started with simple running stitches, practicing uniform tension and speed, ignoring the dull ache that quickly bloomed in my palm. My next step was to confront the family accountant, my father, Shen Han. He wasn't waiting for me in the main hall. He was waiting in his dimly lit study, surrounded by ink-stained scrolls and a perpetual cloud of worry. He looked less like a successful silk merchant and more like a man 2 days from debtor's prison. "Shen Yu," he said, not looking up. His voice was heavy with exhaustion and resentment. "I do not have time to discuss your—" "I need to see the account book and the inventory ledger," I interrupted.